sort of thing. You know what I mean? But it's just a shame because personally what I feel like is, I got to be careful with what I say, but personally what I feel like is I think the Toronto police really don't want to see him like out. They want him to be locked up. They really do want him to be locked up, right? It's kind of a tricky and sad situation. I don't know if I should say. Matter of fact, you know, I'm just gonna say this. I like your show. I'm gonna give you the exclusive, okay? Because I like what you do. The reason why I know Top 5, like the Toronto police really want to see him like in jail is because I remember a couple of years ago, I think this was 2-3 years ago, I was streaming. This is around the time I think one of his songs dropped. I think it was 2 Cases. I was streaming his song when it came out. And a lot of my audience is from the States, so they don't understand what's happening in Toronto. And so I was kind of, the music video was up and I was reacting to the music video. And I was kind of just trying to explain what he was talking about because they don't get it, right? I finished the stream and then I privated the stream, just like every stream that I do. And like, I think, I've never told anybody this, by the way, on camera. You'll be the first person. A couple of days later, the feds came to my door and they started asking me questions about Hassan. I had no idea. Like, I know I'm Somali. There's so many Hassans. So I was like, what Hassan are you talking about? And then they told me like 5, like, you know? And they're like, they thought that I was friends with, looking back on it, I don't think it was that serious, but they thought that I was like affiliated with him. And I've never met 5, like I've never shook his hand. My guys are cool with his guys. You know what I mean? Like we're cool, but like I've never like linked up with him, talked to him or anything like that. You know what I mean? But we're like mutual. So they started asking me, I said, yo, I don't have any idea who, like I've never met this guy. I was just reacting to his thing, right? And then they started asking me more questions at my door. I was just so shocked, like, you know? And so this is still while he's in jail. Or no, this was like, yeah, he was out at this time, right? And then it popped up again while he was in jail, right? So that was kind of a weird experience for me personally, because it's like, why are you coming to my, you know what I mean? So obviously that was kind of a weird thing that happened, but yeah, I that's how I know the Toronto police is like really on. I guess Toronto police do this to a lot of people, but it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Like you forget and you move on. Now it's like a thing of the past, you know what I mean? But respect to 5. For the police watching, I have nothing to do with anything. I'm just reacting to videos. So don't come to my door again, please. All right.
That was a crazy exclusive. Wow. And yo, they still monitor his stuff. That's probably what it is. They're just ensuring that like whatever is Top 5 related, they're watching it.
But I was just shocked because like I privated my stream. Like I took it down. I do this with every stream because I want to avoid copyrights and all that kind of stuff. You know, I don't want to get sued. And then they still somehow found that, came to my door, questioned me on it. So it was kind of just like, you know, like what?
That's a little intense. Like,
I mean, looking back on it, like, cause like, it was just weird. Cause like, I'm seeing 2 guys with suits and I'm like, yo, you know, I've never seen these guys before. And, you know, I knew that they couldn't enter my house or anything like that. They don't have a warrant. So I knew I was good. I just answered like 3 or 4 questions. I guess once they realized that I was not affiliated or anything like that, then they were just like, okay, we'll let him go. But it was a weird kind of experience. So now I have to be a lot more careful about, you know, what I react to, just because I guess now I'm on the radar of, even though like I'm a good kid, like I avoid stuff, you know what I mean? Like I don't do anything. I'm just a content creator at the end of the day, but I guess they're cracking down on everybody. And I think they did the same thing with Keeps It Solid as well. Like he's my bro. They cracked down on a lot of bloggers, content creators. Even though we're just kind of covering the stuff, they really crack down on everybody to make sure, like, to get whoever they want to get. You know what I mean? So you just got to be careful.
Do you think there's any Toronto police on Torontology?
100%. That's like the main place that they go to to find whatever they need.
The inside scoop.
It's like, as content creators, you got to be really careful. I'm pretty sure Toronto police monitor your shit too. Can I swear?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty sure Toronto police monitor your stuff too.
One guy, there's this one Toronto police officer that liked one of the posts on IG. So I'm like, okay, if he liked it then.
Yeah, like, I think they monitor everybody, like, and anybody that, like, is associated with anybody who's suspects on their radar. They have a whole task force that's dedicated to, like, monitoring that, you know? So I guess they have special tools to be able to find what they were looking for. I guess that's how they found my stream. Your videos do obviously well. You have a very popular blog in Toronto. I'm sure they're monitoring it. This is just what they do. This is just kind of their job. So you kind of have to be very careful and you kind of have to understand, you know, I guess you have to understand what you're doing and as a content creator, you just can't push boundaries, you know? But a lot of people like push boundaries. But like in today's day and age, do you think feds are looking at getting informants and like, no, everything is online and available for free on the internet. You know, like think about it. If you're like the Toronto Police Services, are you gonna hire an informant, pay him $70K a year, or are you just gonna look at this kid's YouTube video that he uploaded for free and get all the information that you needed? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna get can you build a strong? The question is, can you build a strong case for that in court? That's up to the jury to decide, right? That's up for the judge and the jury to decide, right? But yeah, the Toronto police and the feds, yeah, that's I think the number one place that they try to get information from now is 100% is the internet.